Okay, so here's my video of my DNA extraction lab. So I've got all my materials here. So I've got my 500 mLs of water. I have my soap. I've got some rubbing alcohol that I have already measured out to 100 mLs. I have my glass. I have a measuring cup that I need to measure out half a cup of the salty water. I have my salt, and I have a spoon, and I've got a paper towel in case I make any spills, and I've also got my phone so I can do the 1 minute timer. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to start with the salt. So I'm going to take a tablespoonful of salt, and I'm going to put it into my measuring jug here that has 500 mLs of water in it. So I'm just going to stir this up until I think that all of the salt is dissolved and I don't feel any kind of grittiness at the bottom of my measuring cup. Okay, so I think I'm getting there. Not feeling that grittiness. I think that is now dissolved. Okay, so then I take my measuring cup and I'm going to take half a cup of this salty water. I'm going to put it into this glass, and now I'm going to swirl with this. I'm going to time it for exactly 1 minute. So I'm going to get my timer started, and here I go. Okay, so that was a long minute, but there we go. And so I'm going on to my next step now, which is to take 2 drops of soap and put those in there. So there's 1 and there's 2. Those are kind of messy drops. And then I'm going to take the same spoon and I'm just going to gently mix the soap in with the salty solution that has my cells now floating around in it. And you might wonder, and there's questions on the post-lab write-up, what is the purpose of the salt solution, and then what is the purpose of the soap? All right, so I've stirred it up and I don't have any soap bubbles. So now I'm going to take the alcohol and I'm going to just gently pour the alcohol down the side of my glass. So you do this relatively gently. Okay, so now we let this sit here for a few minutes, but I can already see my DNA forming at the bottom here. There's 2 very distinct regions here, right? So you can see that this alcohol is fallen to the bottom, and what's going to happen is the DNA is going to suspend itself off of this lower section here, right, where the alcohol has fallen, and you'll see these white strands. And if you're lucky, you'll get like a big white strand, and that is your DNA. Okay, but I'm going to bring it up anyway and see what you can see. So I don't know if you can see some of those faint strands floating around. So those are strands of DNA, and if we were able to look down the bottom of this, you would see there's actually a larger chunk of DNA at the bottom. Okay, so that's it, and it doesn't take that long.